One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Houston Cougars, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Huskies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Houston Cougars offense will take the field first. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the quick grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Houston going up tempo. Let's talk for a second about Houston. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Washington Huskies offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent, but there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule.
Turning it on! And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. Lowers those pads. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Houston wants to play fast. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He's going to take off, and he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got his man downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Right on target this time. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
To the ground with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Dalton. Nice move there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Houston going up tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Catch in the middle. It's Woodhead. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the toss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Offense comes onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Right down the middle. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hauls it in. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. They go to the ground. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Ogden. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down?
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Last completion moved the stick. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Ogden. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
The offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down two possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this two-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a touchdown, Cougars! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Cougars will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him blinked that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about...
There he goes! He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Husky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. The Judicials prove they are battle-tested and ready for all challenges after pulling out a nice road win today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Houston wants to play fast.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. He's got him this time. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. First down for this offense.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does.
Breaks into the open. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He's looking to pass. Grabbed in the middle, and split head. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Finds a little space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That's caught. It's Ogden. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Running back searching for a hole. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Quarterback making checks. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Houston going up tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He'll try to pop the draw. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Houston wants to play fast.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Under fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the running back.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Try to get it to the edge. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Give to the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
After the run, now to throw. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw, and what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him, and then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David, no question about it. They're just putting a hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly, now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over. Now, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here.